Hey, brother, I don't know if anybody told you this, but you suck as a ring announcer, okay? So let's try this one more time, a little more enthusiasm this time. It's your new Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, Mike Posey!
Your new Anarchy Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Mike Posey!
All right, a little bit of, one more time, okay? It's welcome to the Mike Posey Arena. Let's welcome to the Mike Posey Arena, your new Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, Mike Posey. Try it one more time there, brother.
Welcome to the Mike Posey Arena, and now the new Anarchy Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Mike Posey!
Shut up. It was a long, hard road to get here, and I fought in one of the hardest matches I've ever had in my career against Michael Judas, but it is me, your new champion, Mike Posey. Now, the rules clearly state that I do not have to defend this title for 30 days, and nobody knows the rules better than Mike Posey. But I'm a fighting champion. I'm your people's champion. I'm all the people of Cornelia's champion. Which brings me to tonight. In this jar, we will have tonight the first ever Mike Posey Equal Opportunity Challenge. In this jar, I have the names of every competitor on the Anarchy roster. And every title defense, I will pull a name right out of this hat, and that's who I'm going to wrestle. Now, just to show I'm a fighting champion and I'm fair man, here, Feltner. Read this name. What does that say? Come on, hurry up, we ain't got all night.
Michael Judas.
One more time.
Michael Judas.
Hold this. Now, with this name, and this is the thing, I'm going to stir it up, all right? Stir it up. Now, pull a name out. Who's my opponent tonight? Who's it going to be, huh? Anybody? Read it.
Laredo Kid.
That's a tough challenge. That's a tough name. The Texas Laredo Kid versus your Anarchy champion, Mike Posey, will happen tonight. And because I want to give him time to get ready, I got to go stretch, I got to do my Posey yoga. We're going to do that a little bit later. Thank you, and I'll see you people a little bit later.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick things off this week with the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, Jeremy Vane, Mike Posey, his Equal Opportunity Challenge. Last week he drew the Laredo Kid's name out of the hat. Probably should have drawn it out of the sombrero, but this is your Heavyweight Championship match, Laredo Kid versus Mike Posey.
The Laredo Kid has absolutely nothing to lose tonight and everything to gain, and you know, Mike Posey's your Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, but if there has ever been an underdog as the champion, you gotta say it's Mike Posey. So Laredo Kid has full potential to walk out of here tonight with Anarchy's richest prize, and somehow I gotta call that a travesty of justice.
Before Posey won the championship, he said, after I win the title, superstars that have not had opportunities at championship gold will get that opportunity. He said, for so long, you know, the giants of this industry were getting shots at the title. Now it's time for the guys that have been often overlooked to get those opportunities. And it starts here this week with Laredo Kid.
The Laredo Kid's never been overlooked. He's rarely been booked. I mean, this guy, you know, with the opportunity of a lifetime, and Mike Posey, you know, I'd like to see the rest of the names in that jar.
Yeah, I didn't get an opportunity to see the names put in, but remember when he did that trial draw, it was Michael Judas, the former champion. That was the
Right,
first
and
one
you know,
dropped.
that I'm sure that's legitimate as the title reign of Mike Posey is. I mean, this man's got all the credibility in the world. Former referee, refereed at, what, 2, 3 WrestleManias?
And not afraid to tell you that.
Right, that's how I know. And here he is tonight in his first bout as Anarchy Wrestling's heavyweight champion.
Snapmare by Posey goes out to the ring apron, up and over with a leg drop.
Last week we saw a special occasion with Todd Sexton winning his first Anarchy championship in his illustrious Anarchy career. The very first one. And this week we start things off with Mike Posey with his very first title defense.
And we could also potentially see Laredo Kid win his first Anarchy championship here this week.
You're absolutely right. It's a night of first. And Mike Posey having fun with the attire of the Laredo Kid before he busts out in a choke.
Well, we see the hazard of those long strands, I guess, on the mask. Can't really call them strings.
All right, they're awful wide strings, but hey. The Laredo Kid should really step it up if all we can talk about is the things dangling from his mask.
You know, something I just noticed fairly recently, and it was brought to my attention by a wrestler who had been in the ring with Mike Posey. When he does those rapid-fire leg drops, he actually spells out his last name as he does it.
Any more useless information tonight,
I know
Brett?
it's a totally random fact, but I just caught it as he was doing it. I heard the P-O-S-E, and then, of course, with that split leg, the Y.
You want some more random information? If you're going to buy a pizza, go to Little Caesars. They're $5 hot and now.
Oh, would you quit doing that?
Why not? True, they're not a sponsor, but every time you buy a pizza for only $5, you're saving yourself at least $7 from all the competitors. Never pay $12.99 for one pizza.
Neck breaker by the heavyweight champion. It seems weird calling him a heavyweight champion.
You know, it's almost humorous. But what's really humorous is the man he defeated to become Anarchy champion. How is that going to look in the record books? Michael Judas may never show his face here again.
Well, he wasn't here last week. As far as I've seen looking at our format sheets for tonight, he's not set to be here this week in action either.
He's the master of surprise entrances, though. You never know.
Well, we talk about surprise entrances. What about the return of Jeter last week?
Yeah, surprise, surprise, surprise. A big surprise.
And then to think we're going to see him in 6-man tag team action, our main event this week, teaming with Ace Rockwell and Brody Chase against Jeff G. Bailey's Elite.
Including the newest member returning to the fold of Jeff G. Bailey, Iceberg.
Posey caught by Laredo Kid. Could be going for a power slam.
Could be the Laredo Stampede. He nailed it.
Hooks the leg. We could have a new champ.
Oh, only a 2 count and barely a 2 count. Mike Posey, maybe not the strongest looking Anarchy champion ever, but definitely not the weakest. He was ready for that. He's got his opponent well scouted, I'm sure. He's had a week to prepare. And he hung him up in a tree of woe and drop kicked the man right to his belly welly.
Up to the top. This could be the Alabama Jam.
From all the way across the ring.
Good night, Laredo Kid.
And Mike Posey is still your Anarchy Wrestling
Winner of the
Heavyweight
match and
Champion.
still the Anarchy Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Mike Posey.